All right, so it is soup time. I mean, on the actual clock it says 4:40, but we all know it is time to make soup. So first, I'm going to try to find some butter. And if I can't find some butter, I'm gonna go into the freezer and grab a stick. Ah, this box is empty. That's tragedy. I have butter. It is salted because I'm a salty. I'm just gonna grab 2 tablespoons and stick that into my pot to melt. And then this is gonna go sit in the fridge. The reason that I need butter, other than because butter is delicious, is I've got an onion. And in my opinion, in my not super educated opinion, an onion is the best base for a soup. So I'm taking off most of the skin so I don't make a huge mess of my cutting board. I'm going to cut off the end, and then I'm going to cut off the other end. And I'm going to cut it in half with the goal of getting the rest of the skin just out of the way. Because while this does have a lot of flavor in it, the texture leaves something to be desired. This is my compost bin, in case you were wondering. This is going to be so much fun to edit. I'm just basically doing it as one ginormous take. Alright, got my 2 onion halves. Now I'm going to make them small. So I didn't dice them up super finely, but and overboard. And then I'm just going to saute them and look for my stray pieces. If I had more onion, I would use more onion, but I only have 1 onion, so that is the amount I will be using. Okay, so the onions are cooking right now, and they will continue cooking until they are nice and translucent, and in the meantime, I'm going to prep some of my other ingredients, specifically the ham. You know, those onions, man, they just really get to me. Right here. So here's the thing. This ham is from 2022. It has been in the freezer this whole time, but there is a very good chance that some of it is freezer burnt. So I have defrosted it. Oh god. And I will be cutting into it and tasting the an inside slice to see if it is still super freezer burnt. Scissors. Trash. So in 2022, you might notice this is very gooey, and I am explaining why. Trash. Oh, it smells good though. I wish I had more onion. That would be amazing. Anyway, in 2022, we hosted New Year's at our house, and we made a Dr. Pepper ham, which involved Dr. Pepper, and then ginger snap cookies as a coating, and it was amazing. Although I think that was also the year that Dad made beef Wellington, and everybody was so intrigued by the beef Wellington that we did not touch the ham that day, so we were just left with a lot of leftovers. Here, look, some ginger snap cookie goo. Alright, so I'm just gonna cut a slice off of the side of it and then take a little taste. Because if none of it's freezer burnt, that would be fantastic for me. I mean, it still tastes good. Sweet. I mean awesome, but like it is also sweet. So again, no recipe, just vibes. I have no idea what the final flavor profile of this is going to be. Here I have a stock cube. It is very dark. Now I think I have more stock in the freezer. I also think it's unlabeled. So we are going to play freezer roulette, which means I'm going to put this smells like nothing, and it is broken, so it will be trashed as soon as I get this item out. I'm going to put this in one of my big measuring cups and microwave it. Big measuring cup. Okay. I'm kind of thinking it might be bean time. Yep, that smells like beans. This is gonna make so much soup. What was I thinking? But hey, that's 3 things out of the freezer. Got the ham, I've got my little stock cube baggie, and I got this stock brick, broth brick stuff. This is going to be so fun to edit, because I am going to play the game of how much of this do I think people are willing to sit through. And my bet, it's less than a third. We're at the half-hour mark. Now, see, the nice thing about a soup like this is that I don't plan on adding any dairy. So that means, because there are only 3 of us in this household, and this is not a small soup pot, and there's going to be a lot of soup because of how many beans we are using. Thank you, Grandpa, but also that's a lot of beans. I can freeze the rest of this. And since there's no dairy in it, it won't be an issue. Now, do I think dairy would make it better? Yes. I love dairy-based soups. And I realize that there is dairy in this because of the butter, but the butter doesn't count. We are ignoring the butter. It freezes just fine. Milk does not. That tastes like beans. And that's not a compliment. That tastes like raw beans, which is fair, because that's what the majority of it is. So here's the thing. I don't know if you saw the shorts video that I posted, but I've got like a bag of navy beans, black beans, and a bag of like mostly empty, like 15 bean soup, right? So there is just one lone gigantic bean. I don't know what type it is, but it is way bigger than everything else. And I feel like if you get that in your bowl, you're the winner. You know? I think there's only one of them, so I think I'm gonna add some onion powder. You know, as a treat. And now we wait. No, I should put this in first. No, this says it needs to be boiling, so we'll wait. Yes. Yes, we will wait. So, I will admit it. I maybe should have read the instructions before doing anything, because it does say that it needs about 1.5 to 2 hours to cook. So I guess I am going to go set a timer. All right, time has passed, as it is wont to do, and the beans should hopefully be mostly done cooking. So I am gonna add my rice, and I'm also gonna add some corn and some potatoes and some carrots, which are in the freezer and I will grab in a moment. And then these guys need to like cook for 20 minutes or something. We're gonna wait on the corn, or are we? I haven't decided yet. I have to keep resisting the urge to add like dairy and cream because this is an enormous pot of soup and I need to be able to freeze this. We are not going to be able to eat all of this in one sitting. So I'm going to add some more water because my rice needs water. And now it's carrot time. Nope, it's scissor time. And now it's carrot time. All right. Rice. I do kind of feel like I need more rice, so I'm just gonna grab this. I'm gonna add some more water. All right, no, potatoes. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the camera and bring you a little closer so you can see what I see. That's very full. So I guess I'm just gonna grab this and we're gonna let that sit for just a little bit. See you in 20 minutes. All right, I'm having to dub over this part of it in post, but I'm currently telling the camera that I have too much soup and I need to transport some of it to a smaller bowl because I have no sense of foresight and no sense of scale. So here we have some very frothy boiling soup in a big pot and then some steaming soup in a small pot. Riveting stuff. At this point, I kind of got tired of being on camera and decided we would just show the soup. That's a lie. My mom said that we should show the soup, so I decided that we would just do that instead. So you're getting a whole lot of very sped up footage of me adding celery salt and a couple other spices, like mustard. Oh wait, no, not mustard. We have a guest star from my cat Tessa, who purrs like a motorboat, poops on carpets, and pees in places we're still finding. She's a sweetheart, but she has her issues. All right, back to the main deal. I'm stirring. I'm deciding that I want garlic powder. I'm stirring. Oh wait, no, not stirring. We're getting mustard instead. Now we're stirring. And we are gonna keep stirring and tasting and stirring. All the while I have a secret. All right, I have finished it all up and I topped mine with cheese. All right, are you ready for the secret? It's that I did not like this soup at all. And we made so much of it. We have these 3 and more behind it, plus 1 we've already consumed, and 2 that I managed to foist off on a coworker. I am drowning in soup for days, and I hate every bite.